Hi, King. This is Mrs. Herrera. All right, my friend, I'm going to walk you through how to navigate Seesaw so that you can do all of your activities and so that your grown-ups can also know how this works. Okay, so hopefully you were able to log into Seesaw. I sent your grandma the Google password that you needed, and that you should only need to do that one time, and that's it. Just don't log out anymore. Okay, but when you go up to the top, yours should have your name. This is where all of your classes are. Okay, and the class that has all of the information always. Now, this is going to look different for you than for me because I'm a teacher and I have lots of other classes. You need to start every single morning here at 1 homeroom 102. Okay, so that's your job. You click there, and then you have to go over to this side. This one, activities, is where you're going to find your assignments. Yours might even have like a red circle with a number on there, okay? But once you click activities, these are all of the activities that you have waiting for you, okay? I'm going to show you the one that's for attendance. So it looks like this. It says V Learning Attendance. And what you have to know is before you ever click add response, you need to take a look at what this is first, okay? Because sometimes we put directions on there for you to know what to do. Here it just says to click add response. A screen will open and it'll say, I'm here today and ready to have a great day. You click on the check mark and then you are done. So if you do that, here's the sign that says, I'm here today, ready to have a great day. In order to do your attendance, all you got to do is click on this green check mark. I didn't do any work here, and that's fine. That's exactly what you do. You click the green check mark and you submit it. Okay, so then there it is. Now I can see that I actually did it because now it moved to my journal, right? Okay, so let me go back to my activities because there's more work that I have to do. So another thing that I send out every morning is the morning announcements. Now this is from Armstrong. So this is actually a video that Mrs. Lippman and Mrs. Rizmani record every morning to do the Armstrong announcements. Now for this one, you don't click here first. I know there's no instructions, but look here. Do you see how it says link? You can click there and it's going to take you to the Flipgrid where the announcements are. Okay, so here we are. These are the announcements. You scroll down and they'll always have the announcements for that day. So all you do is you click in the video and then you'll get to see the announcements from our principal and assistant principal.
Good morning, Arms.
Okay, I'm going to pause it though because you've already, I just wanted to show you how to get there. Once you're done with that, you can click out and you're back in your Seesaw, okay? And then in order to get rid of this from your activities, you just click add response. And you don't have to do anything. You can just send me a quick note and you can say something like this. You can say done, right? And then that means that you watched it already and it is all done. You click your name if your name comes up. Okay, so now I see that it's in my journal. So first it starts in as an activity. When you're done and you complete it and you submit it, then it goes into your journal. And I see it when it's in your journal too. Okay, so let me see. I still have more activities to do. Wanted to show you another one that you need to do every morning. It looks like this. It'll have the date and it'll say V Learning Schedule, or like this one was today's VL Schedule and Announcements. Okay, so I always give you an announcements every morning and I have lots of information for you here. If it's hard for you to read what it says, I will always record the directions. So see how it says here, play instructions. If you click that, you can listen.
Good morning, room 102. Happy Tuesday. Here are a few announcements for today. I wanted to thank all students who found.
So see, I already recorded that for you so you can just listen to the whole thing and then you'll know what everything says there, okay? But then if you click add response, now you're gonna see the schedule. So this is our schedule that I post every single day. So this was for Tuesday, which is today, April 7th. And take a look, this is telling you the time when I'm gonna be sending you all of these activities. This is the Seesaw class you have to check in, okay, at these times, and this is the name of the activity here, right? So we already did the attendance in 1 homeroom 102. We're right now looking at the V Learning Schedule in the same tab. And so these might change. We did the morning announcements already. And so now the next thing on your agenda would be to do your shared reading. Okay. So after you take a look at this, you can submit it, and basically submit just means you're removing it from your activity because you're done with it, and then you're sending it to me. So this one, there's really nothing for you to do. You can just look at it so that you know what's coming. I also email this to your family, to your grown-ups, so that they have it in their email too. Okay. Okay, but now I want to go to the next one that said here shared reading. Okay, so do you see how it says at 9 o'clock in the morning, I have to go to 3 Literacy Herrera. So click up at the top again, find that class 3 Literacy Herrera, and then in order to find what you need, remember you always go to activities, right? So you click there in your activities, and then here's what the assignment was for today. Okay, now again, there's instructions, there's directions here. So before you click add response, listen to what it says first. Okay, so click here.
Listen to the rest of the text, the most important service, and then tell me which service do you think is the most important, listing 2 reasons why on the last page.
Okay, so those are the directions. Now that you know what you're going to do, you click on add response, and it's going to bring you into the activity. Okay, so now whenever you see this big circle with an arrow, that's a play button. That means that the teacher recorded her voice or his voice over this screen. So all you have to do is listen and watch.
Good morning, first grade. Today we're going to read the second part of the book, The Most Important Service. I'm looking at this page and I see a little girl with a speech bubble. I know
I'm going to pause it there. Do you see how we saw the recording do that? So whatever the teacher recorded on this page, you'll see the writing, highlighting, annotations, things like that. And on this side is where you'd see all the other slides. So when you're done listening to this whole page, you go to the next slide, you hit play, go to the next slide. And on this one, there's nothing to play, but do you see this picture here of the little ear with the hand? This is to listen. I always put this on the activities for you to know where to listen to the directions. So there's these little quotation marks. You're going to click there. And then there's a little triangle, a little gray triangle. It's kind of below where I'm at right now. You click on it to play the directions and listen. What job do you think is the most important? Write 2 reasons why and draw a picture to go with each reason. I think the most important job is a blank. Reason 1, reason 2. Please use complete sentences with capital letters and periods. Okay, so those are the directions to get rid. I can click here so I can see where I'm at again. And then for writing, you can always type. This is the typing tool, and that lets you type answers, right? You can change, and I know you know how to do this, King, because you've done it in math class before. You can change the size of it. You can move it around to where you want to, right? And that's what you have to do. You can also delete it. Now, if you forgot what to do on this activity, you see up here on the top, it says view instructions. Click on that. And this window pops up and it tells you again what the directions were for you to do. You can listen to it again, right? It also tells you when it was assigned, at what time. Okay, so that's where you can check the directions again. Let's say you're done with this whole activity and you need to send it to me. You're going to hit the green check mark. And then it will send it over to Mrs. Herrera. Okay, now sometimes when Mrs. Herrera sees it, like for example, let's say that I saw this, right? And I want to send a comment. I might type a comment and I might say something like, good job, King. You maybe you forgot to do something. I might say something like, you forgot to finish slide 3, right? And I might tell you, please go back and finish it. All right, so you might get this back and it'll pop up in your activities again. And when you click on it, if you look like you already did it, check and see the comments. I might comment something, I might type it, or I might record it and leave you something to listen to also. Then I want you to do what it says so you can fix the mistake and then you send it to me again. Okay, so basically that's how Seesaw works. Now, sometimes I'm going to go back and show you over here. Sometimes there's a link that you have to click on to get to the activity, okay? So go back to your activities. So for example, there's a YouTube video that I made that I wanted you to watch too. And this activity is called Where to Find Directions on Seesaw Activities. But remember, don't click here yet until you play the instructions and you listen. Okay, so I'm going to play them now. Step 1. Please watch this video to help show you where you can find all the directions you need on Seesaw Activities. Step 2. When you are done, click on the activity below and listen to the directions by clicking on the quotation marks. Step 3. Follow the directions and submit your work to show me that you are awesome at following directions. So now that I know what the directions are, it said to watch this video and I have a link here. So now I can click on it right here. So notice, I didn't hit this yet. I'm going to click here and it's going to take me straight to YouTube to see a video that I want you to watch. And this is actually a video that I made. Hi boys and girls. So today this video I'll send also to Grandma is to show you how to follow all of the directions on Seesaw, but you're going to be an expert already on this. So then you can click out when you're done. You can click your add response just to tell me that you finished, right? And you need to follow the directions. So whenever you go to a page and you see something like the listening ear, you click there. Up here, it says, please type your answers. That means that I want you to type your answer. But notice there's no directions here because I put them here. So you need to listen to it here. Take a silly selfie, upload it here, then type a sentence under your picture telling me how you feel today. When you are finished, submit your work. So that's what your direction is. You have to take a silly picture, a silly selfie. So you would do that by taking a photo and then typing some words too. Okay, remember the directions are right here again if you forget. And when you're done, you submit your work. And sometimes if you accidentally submit it to Mrs. Herrera without completing it, I'll send it right back to you so that you can do it, okay? And then I think that's about it. So basically, you have homeroom 102, that's our homeroom. You're going to have activities in 2 Math Herrera. You are also in my Herrera guided reading group, King. So I'm sending you extra work to do for reading at your level. So you have work here. You have work in 3 Literacy Herrera, in 4 Science Social Studies Herrera. So your job is to click on all of your tabs and see what activities you have, complete them, and then you turn them in. And there's lots of fun things to do too. Like for example, back in our homeroom, one of the activities I send out every day are brain breaks, right? So these are like fun breaks that you can use. All you do is you click on the link and it'll take you to another video to watch and have some fun dancing and moving along, getting some exercise. Right? And these are like Go Noodle videos, right? So we're trying to send you Go Noodle videos so you can see too. Okay, so I know that was a lot of information, but I hope this is really helpful to help you know where to check. Always, every single morning, step 1, always go here, homeroom 102, and look for your attendance, but you need to click on the activities, and then you scroll down. You might have quite a lot there, King, because I've been sending things every day and I know you haven't been able to do them all. So you can see when it was signed, find the one that has the current date, and that's the one that I want you to do, right? So you click on it, you add your response, and you start every morning with that. Okay, and then you just keep going through your activities. Remember, this one right here tells you all of the assignments you're going to get for that day so that you know all of the assignments you have to do for the day. All right, King, hopefully this helps. And if you have any other questions or if your grown-ups have any other questions, tell them to email me so I can give you a hand with that. Okay? All right, my friend, I hope I see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.